yourself in salary-wise. Just because you're the CEO of a company, the CEOs don't own the company, the board does.
That's right.
Okay? So that's a position that people get paid for. You want to pay into the system so that you can get your unemployment, your Social Security, and all of that stuff too. You're just paying yourself as an employee. The other thing that it allows you to do is not dip into your funds for your business to put in your pocket.
That's right.
So now you know exactly what you're getting every week, just like you show up to a job. When you do that, it puts the business in a better position to be successful. Because now you got a budget and you're sticking to it and you're not commingling funds. And what commingling funds is you're not supposed to use your business funds for personal use. That's a big issue in bookkeeping, period. And that's an issue that can actually get you in trouble.
Yes.
So make sure that you pay yourself, that you do your books, and that you get set up to report business and personal credit. Now, funding. We talked a little bit about targeting banks. Targeting your preferred banks in the beginning, manipulating the data in your favor, and the types of accounts to look for. The type of accounts to look for, you really want products, you want to go into the bank and ask what type of banking products that they have. Credit unions are my favorite. Small community banks are the best, but it's still good to do business with your large bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup. But your relationships is the key. When you go into these banks and they see that you have your bank set up right, and we'll show you how to set up the different type of accounts that you have, because you're not supposed to be operating your business out of one account. You're supposed to have an account for your taxes, you're supposed to have an account for your employees, you're supposed to have an account for your emergency fund, your investing. It all needs to be separate. And this is why your personal guarantee is a must. They say that you can go, and you can, and we can show you how to do that. If you have absolutely no money and you want to just start your business, it takes a long time to build it up. But eventually, you're going to have to personally guarantee these accounts in order to start getting some real money. It's a myth. The stuff that they're saying online, that's been gone maybe 15, 20 years. You can't do that unless you just happen to have a business that's been open and you've been doing all of your filing and taxes and your paperwork's ready. But most people aren't in that position, and you made mistakes along the way. Your relationship with your bank manager or whoever your business funding person is important. You want to know them, you want them to know you. Go make your way over there and say hi, how you doing? You know, spark up some small casual conversation. Ask them about their products when you know that you're getting ready to go in and start, you know, to do some business. Now we're going to talk about, after you do all that, my favorite part is the trust.
Yes.
This is what makes everything go. This is like the glue. So now that you got your personal credit and your business credit set up and your business set up correctly, you do not want anything ever in your name and your Social Security, under your Social Security number. You should have none of your assets, not your car, not your home, nothing. Your business can also go inside of a trust, and it should be. The benefits of a trust is the tax law and the strategy. You immediately put yourself in a different tax bracket. You're not being taxed like a person that's just using their social or a sole proprietorship. Now, everything that you spend your money on is for your beneficiaries, right? Isn't that the whole reason that we're going to work? We're doing business. It's all to benefit either a loved one, family member, kids. You're leaving something behind. All of that's a write-off. When you go get diapers, when you go get food, all of your power bill, everything that you spent funding your business, all of that's a write-off for the trust. You get all that money back. You're not filling out the same tax forms anymore. That's why you need a CPA. The money that you pay the CPA is a write-off too. So you're paying up front. You write everything off. Why do you think Donald Trump and all these guys have all this money and they're complaining, trying to figure out why they're not paying any taxes? This is it. The trust can also do the same thing as a business. It can leverage its shares. Loan money is not taxable. So if I can take and leverage, if I have a $1 million trust, right, I can go get a $100,000 loan, and that can be our budget for the year. And then guess what? I don't have to pay taxes on that $100,000, right? The other thing, everything that I spent it on is a write-off from my beneficiaries again. So you guys kind of see how that works? That's how they're building generational wealth. You can set this up. We give you a basic setup, because to get you started, it can get elaborate. You can start talking about offshore stuff. You can start doing business trust, all kind of different things that you can do. But this base setup will save you over time. They don't consider generational wealth when they're teaching us this stuff in school, because they need us to go to work.
That's right.
I haven't heard one economic teacher teach me any of this in college or anything.
We agree.
When I figured this out, I was flabbergasted. A lot of reading, it's a lifestyle change on how you spend your money. But it helps build generational wealth, and then most importantly, a community. If we're all doing this in this room and we're working with each other, we can go buy an apartment complex next. You see what I'm saying? It's called a business trust. Your trust and my trust can do business together in a business trust. We write up the rules before everything gets started, what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. We go get the building, we split up the money, and we let it grow, and we invest it. A lot of people invest in life insurance. That's another thing. Ah, man, I can't think of the name of the gentleman that I was reading. It'll come to me in a minute. What he did, he set his trust up and he got life insurance for all of his kids in the trust. So they're all taken care of. When they passed away, the life insurance policy went back to feed the trust. So he created a revolving wheel. Every time a kid is born, from the time they're a baby, they got a life insurance policy. So their burial, everything, if they have an emergency, all of that's taken care of. When they pass along or pass away, it feeds back into the family trust, and they keep going. So these are things that I would like to try and get out here before everything crashes.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you got yourself set up, you got your business set up, you got your business credit set up, your file is correct, and you have your trust. When everything goes down about 35 or 40%, now you're ready to invest. You can start with one home or two homes. You can get together and buy a home, or open a store, or a farm. You see what I'm saying? You create opportunities for your community by working together. So that's pretty much the overview of what we have. And I hope that you guys can kind of understand or follow, or if you got any questions, feel free. We can go further into it. Any questions? Don't be shy.
Don't be shy now. When you say buy debt, then you're buying debt from a company that people owe debt to?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me explain that.
Okay.
So you know how when you have a credit card, you haven't paid on it, right?
Right.
After 6 months, this is part of how we clean your credit too. They charge it off, and they sell that to somebody. So if you had $100, let's say $1,000 debt, they may sell that debt to somebody for $10. They're gonna contact you for the whole $1,000 and some fees though. But they're gonna buy it on the back end. What we learn to do is do that same thing, but use it in the bookkeeping to put it in correctly, and now you have $1,000 on your books that you got for $10. So that's how you can add some value to your company, because a lot of times we don't have anything to put in it. We're draining all of our money into it.